Trivia time. Who was the third president of the United States? Well, if you guessed Thomas Jefferson, you guessed right. He's also on the $2 bill. And one thing most people probably don't know about Thomas Jefferson is that he also founded the University of Virginia. For those of you that have studied him in depth, you'd know he's one of the most fascinating founding fathers. There's a famous story about his first meeting to discuss the potential for the University of Virginia. As you can imagine, there were many others at the time, powerful and influential Virginians, that had different agendas. Each one of them came together to discuss the future plans and grounds of where UVA now stands. But Jefferson did something no one else did. He was so much more prepared than any other person that attended the meeting. So much so that he showed up with meticulously prepared architectural drawings, detailed construction budgets, operational plans, and he'd even proposed curriculums and names of staff that he'd picked out and chosen. In fact, he was so well prepared that the assembly had no choice but to accept his vision, and the University of Virginia was founded with most of his proposed ideas. Another founding father, this time Benjamin Franklin, most eloquently summarizes this by saying, "Failing to prepare, you prepare to fail." Hi, I'm Ken Hargreaves, president of WealthGen Advisors, and today I'm going to show you how you can approach your own finances like a modern-day Thomas Jefferson with these 5 steps to financial preparedness. Step 1, set clear financial goals. Goal setting is everything. Without a goal, it's like jumping in your car without a clear idea of where you want to drive to. Start with your long-term goals. When and where do you want to retire? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? And how much do you think that'll cost? Once you set your long-term goals, next, set those short-term goals to understand what it would take to reach those longer-term ones. Is there a promotion you want? An area of the country you want to live in? Do you plan to upgrade your home in a few years? So goal setting is the starting point. Step 2 is really to know your budget. What's coming in, what's going out? If you haven't tracked your income and expenses to understand your cash flow, you could really be losing out on a ton of opportunity to grow your wealth. Step 3, now where to save? So now that you have an idea of your cash flow, where do you put your extra savings? Well, first, get that cash reserve built. Once built, you go back to your goals. Are you saving for a new house or a vacation? That should be a short-term bucket. Retirement? Long-term bucket, like a 401k or IRA. The rule of thumb is to save a minimum of 20% of your income. So now, step 4, risk management. What's the point of working so hard for years to save money if it can get wiped out in just a few short months from an accident or disability? Managing your risks and making sure you have adequate coverage in case of an unexpected event is so important. If life gives us lemons, have your juicer ready. Risk management also includes diversifying your assets and your investments. Step 5, regularly monitor and adjust. You wouldn't spend a ton of money to get a beautiful lawn and garden installed and then never mow, weed, or trim. So, as you probably know from your life, goals change, situations change. And so at least 2 times a year, try to revisit those short-term goals. Check your expenses to make sure you don't have anything that stacks up. And it's so important just to make sure if you're on track. So, if you want to be the Thomas Jefferson of your finances, get to know these 5 steps. Set your goals, know your budget, understand where to save, manage your risks, and then finally, monitor and adjust. Those 5 steps might someday put you on a $2 bill. As always, thanks so much for watching, and please feel free to click below to learn more.